Yo, what's good, fam? Welcome back to the channel. If you're hunting for a shotgun that disappears like a ninja, but still drops the hammer when life gets spicy, you just landed on the perfect video. Today we're going full send into the insane universe of handheld thunderstorms, those tiny scatterguns that make you feel like you're carrying a classified weapon from Area 51. These pocket monsters dominate narrow hallways, pickup cabs, or that EDC backpack you're never without. We're about to blast through a lineup that's half serious business, half pure chaos. So hang tight, crush that like button, spam your favorite pick in the comments, and let's get it. We're starting hot with the Sulun SR-410, the absolute king of pocket-sized double-barrel destruction that's got the whole compact defense scene shook. If you ever wished that stubby video game shotgun existed in real life, this Turkish banger shows up with zero input delay, slides right into a belt holster, and hits hard enough to send intruders straight into an existential crisis. People lose their minds over the takedown feature that lets you break it down and toss it in a go bag like it's nothing. And with street prices floating around $400, it's straight up robbing sale from fancy Henry's and Mossberg copies by being the undisputed budget champion for first-time shotgun owners. That walnut furniture looks and feels high-end, with savage checkering that locks and even with wet gloves, and the fat rubber but pad turns spicy loads into a friendly pat on the back instead of a donkey punch. Good stuff? It's stupidly noob-friendly, especially running mini shells that make recoil hilarious while still deleting problems up close. And the trigger is so clean follow-ups feel like cheating. Bad stuff? Only 2 rounds on board, so don't plan on fighting a zombie horde. And some old-school dudes hate on the slightly plastic vibe compared to American tanks, but thousands of rounds later real users say it never chokes. Right now, Sulun carved a permanent spot as the top choice for city protectors and preppers who demand flexibility without selling a kidney. It's flying off shelves in Europe and America, hiding everywhere from truck safes to studio apartment drawers. Lethally adorable? 100%. The most addictive entry-level shotgun ever? Without question. If you need something that dances in super tight spaces and leaves your bank account breathing, the SS-211 is screaming your name. Go cop one and find out why the streets won't shut up about it. Next up to bat is the Henry Axe. And bro, this lever-action .410 looks like it rode a time machine out of a post-apocalyptic bar fight with nothing but American pride and zero dust. That legendary axe handle grip kills the traditional stock and gives you pure cowboy meets tactical strangeness in pistol form. 5 rounds live in the tube, and Henry's famous side gate makes topping off mid-mag as chill as reaching for another cold one. The whole piece is crazy light. You'll literally forget it's on your belt or stashed in leather until it's go time. Don't even dream of hunting deer with it. That short pipe and .410 chamber would have Bambi dying of laughter on his way out. But inside your house, down a hallway, or across the bedroom, that buttery lever and iconic clack-clack sound turns every shot into a party. Recoil is basically a love tap. Patterns bloom quick, and a shiny brass receiver flexes luxury, even though the price lives way above impulse territory. Downside is you're still capped at 5, and .410 buck won't defeat level I like big boy 12 gauge. So you're swapping raw knockout power for easy handling and permanent smile. Henry's been running the lever world for over 100 years, and the axe is their savage roast of plain black plastic guns. It's a straight cult icon for collectors, cowboy shooters, and anybody who wants their bedside blaster to moonlight as range therapy. If you're fine shooting softer stuff for almost no kick and you love a firearm that starts conversations every time you crack the safe, the Henry Axe is straight happiness in a wasteland wrapper. Here's the Mossberg 590 Shockwave .410. The absolute OG that kicked off this entire weight. Is that even legal? Non-NFA shotgun madness. And it's still bodying the budget corner of the compact blaster world like it pays rent there. They grabbed a legendary 590 pump platform, chopped the barrel to stupid short, slapped on that iconic raptor head grip, and boom, you've got a barely over 4-pound dancer that slips through doorways and stairwells smoother than your ex's excuses. Throw it across your chest on a single point, shove it under a pickup seat, or let it chill in the corner like a loyal dog. It's always ready and never whines. That tiny pipe spits a wall of hate the instant the safety flips, and bolting on a fiber optic or tritium bead takes like 5 minutes and turns dark house work into child's play. Kick is basically a friendly shove next to the 12-gauge monster, so you stay fast on follow-ups and your shoulder doesn't hate you tomorrow. But the tube only holds so many rounds, and you better train those full power pumps because panic short strokes will humble you quick. Toughness is peak Mossberg. Roll it in dirt, starve it of lube. It still runs, and the aftermarket is deeper than the Mariana Trench with slings, side saddles, and mini shell kits galore. Street price stays way south of most tactical flex pieces, so it's the default pick when you want battle-proven reliability without selling plasma. And if venomous snakes are more common than bears where you live, this little Viper Tamer is the ultimate nightstand or glove box sidekick that hits like a heavyweight. Sulun Arms State Route 410 rolls and hot as the revolver shotgun love child we never knew we needed but now can't live without, turning humble .410 shells into a 5-shot cylinder circus that's half gimmick, half absolute terror for the bad guys. That cylinder swings out slicker than a Smith & Wesson .38, letting you dump spent hulls and speed load fresh ones faster than most pumps can dream, and you can run it lazy double action or cock it for those glass rod single action snaps that feel illegal. They just bump the length of pull to a comfy 13¼ inches and stretch the barrel to 12.2, squeezing out extra speed and sight radius while still keeping it holster friendly. At 4.5 pounds, it rides all day without yanking your belt to your knees, and .410 slugs out of this thing hit with almost twice the energy of a .357 Magnum, which is straight up psychotic for something you can stuff in a backpack. Upsides hit hard and fast. Reloads are lightning quick. The grip fits like it was 3D scanned to your palm, and the sheer weirdness crowns it the undisputed champ of shut up and watch this at the range. Downsides: still only 5 on board, so placement matters, and the price sits in that fancy zone where haters love to call overpriced toy. Yet in a sea of Shockwave knockoffs and baby pumps, the State Route 410 owns its own category as the only revolver shotgun actually built for real work, mixing Old West swagger with modern fight-stopping teeth. If you've ever fantasized about a hand cannon that shoots shotgun patterns and reloads like a wheel gun, this is the mythical beast. And yes, your crew will straight up pause reloading their own guns just to watch you spin that cylinder. Genesis Arms Gen 12 PDS is straight up what happens when mad scientists splice AR genes with unapologetic 12-gauge rage and say hold my beer to physics. This micro-barreled monster rocks a 5-inch barrel that slides rearward on every blast, swallowing almost all the recoil, so you stay glued to the dot instead of getting yeeted across the room. Made it to their pin venom can, and the boom turns into a polite, "Excuse me." Perfect for breaching or hallway sweeps without cooking your hearing. Free float and mellow K rail up front for all your lights and lasers. DPMS style lower, collapsible PDW brace, hoe grip, and mil-spec trigger make it feel like the AR you already know, and it ships with an EOTech XPS too, so you're combat ready out the gate. The gas setup laughs at carbon that would gag other platforms, which is why door kickers love it when uptime is life. Flip side, that short barrel and heavy bolt demand hot ammo. Weak birdshot can cause short strokes, and the price floats way above $3,000 before the can and tax stamp, so your wallet will feel it. Still, while the market is littered with janky AR shotgun mutants that choke or bruise you silly, the Gen 12 is the lone survivor that actually runs flawlessly every single day. That's why pros keep one in the truck, and regular dudes mortgage their future for the flex. Here comes the IWI Tavor TS12, the straight-outta 2049 bullpup shotgun that looks like Hollywood called and said, "We need the future right now," yet runs like an absolute warhorse with zero legitimate rivals in the high-cap compact game. It's barely longer than your average Shockwave, but magically stuffs 15 rounds, plus one in the pipe across 3 rotating tubes. You flip manually with a quick twist once the reps are in. That gas system turns savage 12-gauge kick into a soft nudge, so you can dump mag after mag and stay glued to the sight picture without your shoulder sending hate mail. Charging handle swaps sides for lefties, and Mellow K covers every inch for all the lights and lasers your heart desires, and full Benelli choke support lets you flip from house-filling clouds to slug precision on the fly. Downsides: it's thicker and heavier than the .410 lightweights, and switching tubes feels awkward until you train it, but the polymer keeps the heft reasonable and it points like a rifle. Owners swear it never chokes. Israeli combat DNA plus American part support means you're never stuck with it forever in the best way. And yeah, the price will make your credit card sweat, but if you want one gun that owns every hallway, staircase, and panic room with straight-up machine gun levels of ammo, the TS12 is untouchable on the mountaintop, mixing sci-fi drip with proven dominance that's already legendary among the serious crowd. If capacity and close-quarters mastery are your religion, bow down. This is the chosen one. Rock Island Armory VRF-14 is the shotgun that kicked down the door to the AR party wearing steel-toe boots, slamming familiar black rifle controls into a 12-gauge package that's got every range rat and prepper group chat going nuts. From the jump, it's pure AR comfort zone with a full top Picatinny rail begging for your favorite red dot, hollow, or light laser combo, plus side rail chunks because one rail is for rookies. The charging handle is welded straight to the bolt carrier and dances back and forth with every boom, so you always know what's happening. No guessing games. It eats detachable box mags starting at 5 rounds, but climbs to 9 or a wild 19 if you're feeling froggy, making reloads a simple rip and rock instead of stuffing tubes while the world's on fire. That chunky pistol grip feels custom-molded, and the grippy friend locks your hand in place, even when the gun tries to escape. Run reduced recoil buck or bird loads, and it cycles like butter while still wrecking anything inside a house. Perfect for clearing doorways without redecorating the drywall. Crank full-power 3-inch magnums, and it turns into a wrist-twisting bull ride unless you're built like a fridge. So most folks stick to lighter stuff. RI owns the budget semi-auto scene, and the VRF-14 slides in as their pocket-sized disruptor, routinely hitting shelves around $250 and embarrassing guns that cost triple while still bringing the goods. Sure, the gas can be picky with bargain bin ammo, and it gets a little chunky with rails everywhere. But for anyone craving mag-fed 12-gauge Fury in a non-NFA package that hides easy and comes out swinging, it's carving a permanent spot against the big dogs like Mossberg and Remington. If you stay up late dreaming of an AR-style scattergun for room sweeps or truck duty, this is the one with the clout and the clap to make it real. Standard manufacturing SP-12 Compact rolls up looking like a prop guy, and a Spec Ops armor got drunk and had a baby, dripping matte black angles that yell overkill, is underrated. Bird's head grip and under 27-inch overall length keep it squarely in firearm territory. No tax stamp drama, just pure grab and blast freedom. Bottom feed. Bottom eject means hulls fly out the same hole they went in, and it'll swallow anything from mini shells to 3-inch magnum hammers without burping. Full-length top rail plus MLOK on both sides turns it into a gadget magnet for every light, laser, and your operator fantasy demands. Big wins. Ships ready for all your existing gear, and the Ambi bottom eject is a godsend for lefties or funky shooting positions. Trade-offs? It's still a pump with only a pistol grip, so follow-ups need practice, and the grippy texture will sand your palms raw on high round count days. Standard manufacturing parked itself right between cheap clones and crazy customs, serving CNC perfection at a price that doesn't require a second mortgage. Basically the just right bowl of porridge for anyone chasing Shockwave energy with adult-level finish. I haven't sent rounds through one yet, but the early reviews are screaming reliable, decked out, and cool enough to stop conversations at the LGS. If tactical is your native tongue, and you want a shorty that looks ripped from a cyberpunk movie, slide the SP-12 Compact straight onto the must-handle list. The Serbu Super Shorty has dominated the super tiny shotgun world for 2 straight decades, and it's easy to understand why this monster still reigns supreme when you're asking, wait, did that thing just vanish inside a backpack? Crafted from a heavily modified Mossberg 500 or Remington 870 complete with factory pistol grip, it hits that perfect NFA any other weapon zone, requiring just a $5 tax stamp instead of the normal $200 nightmare, which keeps collectors, survivalists, and range junkies hooked for life. clocking in at 4.5 pounds and barely over 16 inches overall with a 6.5-inch barrel. It's the undisputed champ of disappearing axe, sliding into laptop sleeves, console vaults, or even cargo pockets if you're daring. Under 7 yards, the pattern is absolute chaos, turning narrow hallways or tiny bedrooms into forbidden territory for intruders. But the 2+1 capacity means every boom has to land, no room for missing. Kick hits hard, as expected from 12 gauge in such a featherweight frame, but reduced recoil buck or mini shells soften it enough for most folks to keep things on point. Downsides? That ultra-short barrel and no stock turns slugs into a brutal punishment, and second shots require real practice to stop the muzzle from rocketing skyward. Yet, for wilderness bear protection, a cab gun that stays put forever, or a bedside shocker that's ready faster than you can hit 911, no other option packs this level of power in such a minuscule size. In the market, the Super Shorty remains the OG that every copycat dreams of beating, commanding insane resale prices and inspiring a massive fan base of builders and movie prop crews. If you're after the original king of hideaway thunder and don't sweat a little paperwork, this legend kicked off the whole trend and still owns the crown. Charles' Daly Honcho Tactical is the wallet-friendly beast that looked straight at Mossberg's Shockwave empire and yelled, "Catch these savings." Made right here in America, with a tough aluminum receiver and solid steel barrel, it brings that identical 14-inch devastation in a setup that runs about half the cost of the big-name original. The rubber-coated bird's head grip sticks to your hand like superglue, and the chunky-ribbed Firearm delivers rock-solid control even when your heart's pounding. A compact Picatinny section up front lets you mount a light or laser without going full gadget overload. And the crossbolt safety with action release land right where your fingers live. It gobbles up 3-inch magnums or regular 2 3/4 shells without a single hiccup, turning it into a super versatile terror for house corridors or dashboard duty. Upsides? The cheap entry price welcomes total beginners who crave Shockwave swagger without the financial pain, and the USA-made build delivers quality that punches way above its class. Trade-offs? Like all no-stock blasters, it comes with a nasty learning curve, so expect some shoulder reminders until you get the hang, and parts or upgrade trail far behind the mainstream giants. Even so, among a million lookalikes, the Honcho claims prime real estate as the people's non-NFA fireball that blends right in anywhere and saves you enough cash for a mountain of ammo. Sitting at roughly $375 on the street, it's proof positive that affordable doesn't mean junk, letting you stay loaded without draining the bank. And that's the full rundown on these mini monsters designed to watch your back no matter what. Whether you're Team Chill Point 4, 1-0 vibes, or all-in 12-gauge mayhem, one of these killers is dying to claim a spot in your collection. Hit the comments and let me know which one's getting the bedside upgrade. And if you need a deep dive on any, just say the word. While you're there, hammer that like button, smash subscribe, tap the bell so you catch every upload. Keep it locked, keep it loaded, and catch you in the next one. Peace out.